Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Huntstache History. So today we're going to take a short hike down into this canyon behind me, where a man by the name of Silas Gibson in the 1800s was killed by Indians in a fight trying to save his horses and his family. And he's buried right down here. Let's go check it out. Alright, well I checked on Onyx and we're about 70 yards away from it that way, so we're getting pretty close. Alright, well, we made it. Right here behind me is the grave. So the story starts with, obviously, Silas Gibson being born in 1835 in Polk County, Missouri. Now, over time, gold was discovered in California. Well, Mr. Gibson was one of those that followed along in a search for gold and went out west. Silas Gibson had gone there and prospered, and with a brother had returned east to Texas, where they had persuaded relatives to try their luck in the land of gold, milk, and honey, and move west to California. The party of 18 men, women, and children, with 4 or 5 ox-drawn wagons, 1,500 head of steer, and 40 horses, left Bianco County, Texas in May of 1869. Traveling by way of Fort Concho, Castle Gap, and Horsehead Crossing, they pushed their way up the east side of the Pecos to near the mouth of Black River in New Mexico, where the Indians suddenly and fiercely attacked. The party split, part of the men helping the women to form a fort of wagons for protection from the fire of the Indians, the rest protecting the cattle and horses. The savages also split, attacking both wagons and animals, and succeeded in stampeding the horses, their real objective. Now the whites were forced to divide to regain their horses. They were successful in this effort. Most of the pursuing party were busily engaged driving the horses back to the wagons, but Silas Gibson and one other continued to fight the Indians, trying to drive them away. Silas was mounted on a splendid horse, a racer. Then he and his companion, Thomas Shelley, gave up the chase and started their return to the wagons. Shelley, unwisely, had ridden his horse almost to exhaustion, and seeing this, the Indians pursued them, trying to bring one or both down. Silas called to Shelley to ride his horse, as Silas dismounted to fire at their pursuers. This he was successful in doing, but the Indians, experienced in such affairs, killed Silas's mount. Then, circling him madly, they were not too long in bringing him down too and scalping him. Silas was laid to rest in his lonely grave the next day by his family members and covered with rock for protection from predatory animals. Alright, now I don't know about you guys, but that story is just absolutely amazing and thought-provoking. Whenever I stumbled across that, I knew I had to come out here and do an episode, and I am just absolutely thrilled that I was able to make it out here. One quick thing I did want to kind of plug real quick before we go is a lot of y'all have kind of asked in the past about where certain sites are. This is one that's, publicly available. Obviously, when I say the name, you can look it up and find it. But one of the reasons that I don't share where sites are is because I don't want some knucklehead coming out here and doing stuff like this. So all over this site are beer bottles, beer cans, and this 12-pack. that right there is a really good example of why I don't share where sites are. You know, I like to think that I can share these with you guys in good confidence, but if there's just one knucklehead in the crowd, he's going to be the one that comes out here and makes me hike out a bunch of trash. So I would always encourage you guys to, you know, be stewards of the land, leave it better than you found it. I'm actually going to pack up as much of this trash that I can and hike it out of here. So I would advise you guys to do the same. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys real quick. So I appreciate you tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and a really neat story. I feel like this is a pretty cool piece of hidden history. So as always, support history, and let me know what you think. So catch you later, guys.